Hello, everybody. We're back. Bullhaulin BS. It's Tuesday, the 20th of August. So wait for a few of you to tune in. Chilling out here in eastern Ohio, out on a cattle buying trip right now. So actually got a chance to go live again. Last couple of weeks we were kind of off. Last week I was hauling cattle till way late, overnight type of trip. Couldn't afford to stop. The other part of it was week before I just was totally exhausted as well. We've been super busy in the cattle moving world. Some guys are fortunate, they're staying busy. Other guys are kind of struggling right now with the price of cattle. It's kind of dropped, and feeder cattle and what have you. So the market's kind of messed up right now with the Tyson facility out in Holcomb, Kansas that burnt. It really messed up the whole market. That particular plant that burned supplied about 6% of the beef to the country right now. So be prepared for some shortages and jacked up supplies here in the not too distant future. I'm waiting on my my cohort to join me. Once he comes on, he's going to comment that he's here. He's getting ready for school tomorrow, so kind of waiting on him. Don't know who all's here. I do know Brett Williams is here right now, and got a couple other viewers. I'm not real sure who they are. I know there's been some severe weather rolling through. I was out here in western Pennsylvania today. They had some severe weather come through. A lot of big trees and what have you were down on some of the back roads I was on. So glad to be back right now. Whoever's here, start making some comments here. Jeremy Jansen, where are you at tonight, Jeremy? Brett, I saw you are in Louisiana. Waiting out your dirty stinking electronic log brake required. Jeremy, I figure, is probably somewhere between probably Oklahoma and wherever he's headed, Tennessee or something like that. But anyway, who else is here? Go ahead and make a comment here. Jeremy, if Tyler doesn't join me here in about the next 10 minutes, I'll go ahead and bring you on. We'll talk about what's Oklahoma. Yeah, I understand it's real hot down there. I think I saw Oklahoma City was a real feel of Oklahoma City area of like 115 degrees today or something like that. A friend of mine made a comment. It was a pretty nice day up here in northeast Ohio. It was about 83 degrees, 85, something like that. So at least it was bearable out in the country. James Crowley, brother, how are you? Chad Rasmussen, thanks for joining us. James Crowley, I'm going to guess that you are probably in Dallas at the Great American Truck Show, if I had to guess. Brett Williams, 97 degrees in Louisiana, but I bet the humidity is higher there than the rest of us combined. But anyway, I don't know anybody who's tuning in right now who all's going to be attending down at GATS, the Great American Truck Show in Dallas. You'll be a part-timer, I got you. You back to part-time trucking there, James, or part-time everything? But for those of you going to Dallas tomorrow, make sure, let's see, Saturday night, I think it's the big stage back there in what they call the TA lot. Make sure you go in and watch that, all the live entertainment. I think Taylor Barker's playing Saturday night. Bill Weaver, I know for sure. I think it starts at 9 o'clock from 9 to 11. Billy Boy, Bullhaulin Weaver, the songwriter of that song, and the performer, he's going to be down there playing at the GATS. And Leon Everett of 1970s and 80s truly classic country is going to be hitting the stage down there. I think he's going to be playing about a 7-song set. Bill Weaver got that set up. You know, when you get down there, make sure you Tyler's here. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on right now. This is Adam. We'll kind of finish about with Gap and Leon Everett. Make sure you go into Leon Everett Music also and like that page. He's let's show these people down here in Nashville that we truck drivers know what country music is if you're a fan of it. So follow Leon. He's supposed to have a new album coming out as well. Kind of heard through the grapevine. Well, there he is, the elusive, the ever No mud cups, spitting on my antique tractor.
I'm
Tyler, there.
spitting on I'm spitting on the barn floor. It's fine.
Well, Red Man tonight or Copenhagen?
It ain't Copenhagen. It's Grizzly Wintergreen.
Okay. Anyway, so I understand school starts back tomorrow for you.
Yeah.
You can't wait. You've been up there doing, from what I understand, you've been up there more than once up there doing slave. Man, you don't have to do that on screen.
What?
Anyway, anyway, I understand you've been up working at the school quite a bit. Your ag teacher decided to drag you in, asked you to make sure everything's set up, the ag barn's cleaned up for the incoming students, cleaning the ag shop.
No,
You had to be the
no,
representative for, no?
no. I'm on an
What?
officer team with all girls, so I just try to do something and I do it wrong. So they do it mostly. I just get told what to do.
Really? You do it wrong intentionally,
hmm
just so.
No, I do it how I think it should be done, but it's never right.
You know what, Tyler? Everybody's tuned right now. Women, cover your ears. All the men out here that have got a long-term relationship with a wife, they're going to tell you one thing: get used to it, buddy. That's
Yeah.
right. You're
Like
never going to be right.
I redid, I cleaned out a drawer. It was all air tools. So I put all the air tools back in the drawer.
Right?
But apparently, I'm not allowed to do that because they need the drawer for something else. So they put it in a bunch of
Wait a
drawers.
minute.
I'm
Wait a
like,
minute.
okay.
Okay, hold it while you're there, right there. Did they
Uh-huh.
tell you that the drawer was going to be used for something else before you put it all away?
No.
Okay, there you go, buddy. You're far ahead of your buddies right now. It's like
Yeah.
being married to 5 women, isn't it, or 6 women, or something like that?
Eh, I
Is
just
that what it
usually,
was like?
what I usually do is I sit down and watch them do it. And if they need me, I'll do it. That's about it. Usually they just be like, what's this? I'm like, that's a drill. Okay. Put that with the
Hey,
drill
let's see.
stuff.
What T-shirt you wearing tonight? You wearing a PCLA shirt?
I'm wearing the old one, yeah.
Well, give them a plug and tell them what PCLA is. Plug them right
Um,
now.
PCLA is a non-for-profit organization of people who donate to like autism awareness and all that kind of stuff in St. Jude's, and they
There you
raise
go.
money for it.
There you go. Yep. I noticed that you were. It looked like you were wearing it. Hey, buddy, Tyler, your buddy Peyton Shannon is watching
I
today.
know he's sitting right across from me.
Oh, he's sitting across from you. Well,
Yeah.
whip the camera up so everybody can see what kind of derelict friends you have there. Embarrassing. Put him on the
Here you
spot.
go, buddy.
There it is, live from Tyler's man cave there.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, are you ready for school to start yet?
Yeah.
Really?
I only got
You're
to wake up an hour earlier, and then I only
an
got to
hour
go
earlier than what?
than what I'm normally get up to go to work, and then I don't got to be at work for 3, 4 hours later.
What time do you have to be to work then? What
Uh,
time is your class over with? Like 11?
yeah. So basically, when I get there, that's when I start work.
Well, I know that, but what time are you dismissed from school since you're on the work study program for your senior year?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I get there,
I understand that part. That's why I was asking, what time did your last class begin?
I don't know.
Mr. Fozette,
They
got to take
changed.
gym class. Got to take gym class your senior year for one semester.
Well, yeah,
Anyway, they changed what now?
they changed the schedule, and now we have an advisory period instead of homeroom.
Okay, what's that? So, is English your advisory period, or is it ag?
It's like a homeroom, but we have homeroom every day, basically.
So,
I
what's
don't
your
know what we do.
homeroom class? I
Uh,
guess is what I'm asking.
I don't
Huh?
know. A class where we do stuff.
You don't know what your homeroom is.
I know where it's at. That's about it.
I bet you. Okay, whatever you say. You are like Johnny on the spot. Is it rained or anything back there?
We don't need to talk about that.
No, no, I'm serious. It didn't
Oh,
rain, did it?
oh no, no. All the rain went either south or north, and it got real
Oh,
dark and cloudy and real windy, but no rain,
gotcha.
and a lot of thunder and lightning.
Right.
Me and
What
old, there's 2 Holstein calves in the pasture now too.
I was just gonna ask how many more calves were born today.
There's 2 that were born, and we're still waiting on another one.
Oh, what's that gonna give us? About 8, 10 head out there in that pasture?
I don't know. And it took us 3 hours to find them 2 calves, or like 2.5.
I know, that's what I heard. The grass is tall.
We had to walk the pasture. We drove by them in the gator like twice and didn't see them.
Really?
We had to
Never
go
saw
out. We
'em?
had to go out and walk.
You should have been on the 4-wheeler. Your Kawasaki pony.
The 4-wheeler don't work.
Oh, you better get on the
It left
mechanic.
James stranded in the field one day.
I know. I thought the mechanic got it fixed.
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
I see. So what else is new? Let's talk about safety, school safety. What do you think about that? What are we supposed to be watching out for now that school is starting? This is going to lead into something, okay?
Well, okay, because of all the rules at school, I can't have any knives or chew in my truck.
Well, there's
So,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah. But like a pocket knife that's in my truck, what's that gonna do? I use pocket knives every day at work. I'm a country boy.
They're not worried about you. They're worried about other kids. It's basically what it is.
Well, people are stupid.
Well, there you go. What are we talking about? It's kind of road safety. What do we need to be paying attention to when we're on the roads?
Idiots.
Well, you know what? That's pretty good. We're talking about parents or student drivers or both.
Everybody. You gotta watch out for idiots, because idiots do stupid things.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. And just because somebody's driving a big old Twinkie down the road doesn't mean that they're a safe driver as well. So everybody just needs to be watching out for everybody else out there. Pay attention to what's going on.
And nowadays, I recommend people having concealed carry.
What, to thin the herd?
Protection from idiots.
Oh yeah, like what happened at the mass shooting in Dayton here.
I was talking to somebody, and it was after one of them shootings, and he had a concealed carry, and it was like on his side, and the lady saw it, and she was like, "I don't feel comfortable with that right there." And the guy was like, "At Walmart." Was it
concealed or was it an open carry?
I don't. It was probably an open carry, but he's like, okay. Here's how this went down. He said, "You don't feel comfortable with me with a gun in here, standing behind you, but would you want me to save you if some whack job comes in here and starts shooting at people? Would you want me to walk away from you, or would you want me to save your life?" She's like, "Well, I'd want you to save my life." Well, then quit being scared of those guns that responsible people have.
Very good. Very good.
Because that's why because if there's a bunch of open carries, nobody's dumb enough to go and shoot them up because they're going to get shot at if they try and shoot a bunch of people.
That's actually better than even law enforcement being there. Is people with open carry as well as people with concealed weapons. If they're carrying those things, people don't. What they're afraid of is the unknown.
Yeah.
Versus what they can see.
Because you can't trust anybody nowadays, basically, because people are idiots. Right.
Yep.
But I feel like in rural.
Go ahead.
I feel like in rural areas, there is less of that happening because people have guns and people aren't afraid to use them.
And they know the proper way to use them. They've been properly trained. Have you been properly trained on how to use a firearm?
Yes,
Who trained you?
you. And this
Where did I
all
get my
leads
training
back
from?
to education. People are not educated. People are not educated in making laws about stuff. And
Yep. Where did I get my training on firearms?
the U.S. government.
As well as before that, I was educated from my dad, who was educated from his dad. But you strike something right there. You just hit it on the head. The government is afraid of the very people that they train to do a job.
Yeah.
That's what they're really worried about. So, wow, I didn't see it going down about firearms safety.
And
But
if you want to
now
go
what are
back
we
to
talking about?
education, I also heard or watched a video of how the people who control our education system are not informing us on all the history in the U.S. because of what they put in the books. So not
Really?
everybody gets to know all the stuff.
Where did you watch that video at? Where did you get this education from?
On
I'm
Facebook.
impressed now.
I saw it on
So you
Facebook.
actually you're watching ultra conservative or something like that videos, aren't you?
Well,
Where
it
did you get
was,
this education?
I saw a video on Facebook. I was scrolling through it and somebody shared a video. I'm like, oh. So I watched it and I'm like, oh, damn, I didn't know that ever happened.
We talk about things
With some of the founding fathers as well that nobody knows about, with
yes,
slavery and all that, and some of the very people that other races tend to go to that follow them don't know that they're a bunch of backstabbers, that all they want is power, and they'll do anything to get the power.
wow. You know what? You're going to do just fine in life. I think everybody's going to agree with that one. At least the friends of mine that are watching this. You've definitely done a little bit of research there, watching videos. It's interesting that you're kind of following that stuff. I'm proud of you for doing that.
Hmm.
Oh, but no, what I was going to talk about was road safety and things like that. Watching out for very, how do I want to say it? Inattentive drivers. You get close to school, you got moms and dads dropping their kids off. You got young drivers that may not be paying attention. They might be giggling it up. And yeah, that's right. You and your friends
Yeah,
putting up and jacking up. What's going to happen if you have another accident?
bad stuff.
Like what? What do you reckon will happen if you have another accident?
I don't want to think about it. There you go.
You'll probably you'll probably be wearing a black hat riding a horse behind a buggy, riding a horse and buggy to school.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. But no, where I was going with that is one of our very faithful viewers. He's probably on the road tonight. Robert Green. He was out in California. I was talking to him the other night. He was minding his own business, running down a 4-lane. Car come down the on ramp. They decided they wanted into that lane, and they opted to turn into the side of his semi. They ended up spinning him out. I guess it knocked the front end off of the Tahoe or something like that. The
And that's how
the
people get killed.
operator of said motor vehicle, operator of said motor vehicle. Well, Robert was not cited for anything. I guess California's a no-fault state. I don't know. I don't want to find out. California could fall off in the ocean, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, he law enforcement shows up, does the accident investigation. Yep, guy came up the shoulder, bounced off his front end because he used the shoulder to get in front of him. Robert couldn't stop. Robert was not cited. He recently, the other night, had to stop by his terminal and sign a release. The trucking company decided just to go ahead and settle rather than fight it. It was going to be it was $1 million lawsuit for mental anguish. $1 million. Well, I guess they said, well, that ain't going to happen. The insurance company decided to settle, get it over with for $500,000. My driver friend, Robert Green, who's from Fairborn, Ohio, it cost him $20,000 out of pocket. Now, here's the part that's the kicker. The individual that was operating that motor vehicle, not only did they not speak English, they were not here legally. They were in a leased
Well,
vehicle.
if you can't
So here it is.
speak English, you shouldn't be driving on the U.S. roads because you can't read
Well,
U.S. road signs.
that's also a problem in the trucking industry.
Like that
You've got a
big
lot of
sign
people.
that says yield when you're going on the highway.
There you go. What's that mean?
It means you don't
Does
get
that
in
mean the
front of
people on the
people.
road are supposed to slow down? There you go. Yep. But if you ever notice, a lot of places they've taken yield signs down. It's like a free for all, and people actually act like that. A lot of merge areas on the interstates anymore, they don't put yield signs up.
Well, when you go to driving school, you learn that you're supposed to yield while getting on the highway.
Exactly, you're supposed to. But look at how many poor drivers there are, and young drivers are learning that from their parents' bad driving habits.
Goes back to education. People are
Man, this
not
is the education
educated.
hour tonight, isn't it?
People are not educated properly because
Yep.
the government doesn't want people to learn shit. Oops.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah, no, my bad. Oh, that's the FBI on me.
No, that was me.
No, it's
That
the
was my FBI.
Yeah,
Huh?
yep. That was because I said a bad
That,
word.
yep. That's what it was. That was the thought police that just chimed in.
Sorry. Oops. Sorry for what I said when I was
Anyway,
working cows.
that's actually what it was. I guess you had a potty mouth today working cows. One of the young ladies that we work with reported you.
There was a potty mouth. I was a potty mouth trying to find calves today.
Oh, today? What'd they do? Hear you in the barn?
No, it's a
No.
long story.
Speaking of potty mouths, how's old Shadow doing today? Your new prized heifer.
She's good. She was in the new pens today too.
Really worked out pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That didn't seem very convincing. I
Yeah,
saw a smirk on your face
it
there.
was fun. It was fun.
Something's up here. Is your new
There's nothing
girlfriend
up.
there doing something here?
Oh,
Your new
totally.
girlfriend is doing something.
No, there's no girl here.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Well, anyway, so I guess that's enough for tonight. Well, we need to give a big shout out to the Davy Crockett TA and exit 36 down in Tennessee on I-81. Because of them, we're able to do this show. They our sponsor right now, and then so next time you're down there, stop in and check out Dunkin' Donuts for some of that good coffee and those cream-filled pastries that Tyler just absolutely loves. Actually, he's a jelly-filled guy. If it's jelly-filled with sprinkles on it, that's what he wants.
Oh
So
yeah.
stop in down there, as well as the Blue Plate Diner is still up and operating right now, as well as Papa John's. So make sure you stop in there with friends at the Davy Crockett. Say hello for us. Check out Jack's Chrome Shop on the inner tube, jackschromeshop.com, for any of your accessible stuff you need to add onto your big trucks. And also chromeandsteelradio.com. Make sure you go get signed up for the Chrome and Steel Club there. Get signed up. We've got working on our exclusive content. And also make sure you order your exclusive to the Bullhaulin BS show, the Alpaca t-shirts. Those are now available, as well as the Chrome and Steel Radio t-shirts. We've got them there, very reasonably priced. So, but make sure you show some love toward Bullhaulin BS and get on there and get your t-shirt ordered for the Alpaca. That's what's going to put Tyler through college, is the Alpaca t-shirts. He'll be wearing that the first day of college next year. Hashtag Alpaca for you.
Oh yeah.
So But anyway, any of you guys down at GATS this year, it's going down there. Make sure you look up Bill Weaver. Saturday night, like I said, at 9 o'clock, he's going to be playing the main stage. He's going to be doing a split stage with Leon Everett, and the band that's playing for Bill this year is the Stone Creek Four. Those guys are phenomenal as well. So. Anyway, Tyler, you got anything you want to add?
Nope, I'm good.
You're good. You're sure you're good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, get a good night's rest. You got a whopping half a day at school tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, did you get your summer reading project done?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to discuss it, not make a fool of yourself tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't sound very convincing.
Yeah, I'll be able to get done.
All right.
I
Well, I'll
got it.
send it.
Okay, I'll send it. I'll send it.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll give you an update next week on Tyler's first day of school next Tuesday. There might be a cattle show involved this weekend. I don't know what's going on.
It was last weekend, so no.
Oh, so we're not doing it.
No.
All righty. Well, y'all be safe out there. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we'll be seeing you out here on the road somewhere. Take care and God bless.